In a few minutes, we're going to watch you working with a couple and doing this symbolic experiential therapy. Can you tell us what your goals were in this interview?
Well, this interview got me involved really quickly because it felt like there was a life and death issue going on, and that the process between this couple was very destructive. And I was worried about the life of one of these people.
Because there was a health problem.
Issue, and really connected with the way this guy was relating to the world.
So it's a physical life or death issue,
Absolutely.
not a psychological one.
So I felt that there was a kind of sense of emergency, and I think this is a good example of the way in which you drop technique here, and you try to respond to something that has kind of urgent overtones. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a fairly good example of getting personal quickly. One of the ways I connected with this is that I had a health problem recently. Mm-hmm. That was scary. It's been resolved, but it affected my family, my marriage, so I had a kind of personal involvement, and I think this is something that always happens to us, that there's something personal about this experience that we're seeing, so it involves us. And one of the problems is how to do this in a way that doesn't get too personal. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering as I worked here, am I personalizing this too much?
Am I getting too caught up into that?
Right, and I talked with them about that at the end. I perhaps should have done it in the beginning. But see, I think this is the way we always connect. That is, we find something in this family that comes out of our own experience. Uh-huh. And the therapy is really about how to use that experience.
And you disclose that, too.
I disclose it if I have the courage or feel like it's important. Mm-hmm. But I think that's what everybody's therapy is about. This is not the practice of an intellectual discipline. This is a personal voyage that we're on. And the exciting thing about the experiential, symbolic experiential, is it licenses us to say that this is the way therapy is generated, is out of the chemistry of the patient and the chemistry of the therapist, and the mixture of these lives. And what's exciting about it for me is the license that we all got originally from Whitaker, which is to be honest about what you're experiencing and what you're seeing.
So the goal then, kind of in a nutshell for this session, would be working with this couple?
The husband in this case is under-functioning. He's really shut down. Okay. And his wife is dominating the conversation, the relationship.
So the goal is to get some more balance in that
system? The goal here is to get him to be a person.
Okay.
Because he's killing himself.
And then she has to allow him.
She has to make some space.
Right.
Okay. And he's so intrapunitive. He's so inward turned. She needs to look inside more. She's looking around her. He's the problem, etc. So she needs to become more introspective.
Is there anything special we should watch for?
Well, watch the way I struggle here.
So that would really be unique to the approach, though, is that your own personal struggle.
But I'm involved in this process.
Yeah.
And that this is not a technical process I'm involved in here.
Great. Well, I can't wait to watch it, Gus.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Thank
Sure.
you. Yeah.